Hi, it's Jerimiah Taylor with Keller Williams here in Tucson, Arizona, and I want to share with you a little bit about real estate investing. Now, as many of you know, my wife Gina and I are very active real estate investors, and we love finding good deals. And the more beat up, the better. And you'll see at the beginning of this, we had a picture of a property that was actually deemed unsafe to enter that we're in escrow on to buy now. We're finishing up our last couple inspections, but it's about to be ours. Now, how did we find this property? Why is it a good deal? And how could you do some of the same things? So the interesting thing on this one is it was listed on the MLS. It's been on the MLS for quite a while. It's been in and out of escrow a few times and fell out. Little did the agent that listed it know they had it listed as commercial property, not as residential property. And it's actually a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house, but it's in an area where it's zoned commercial, but could easily be used as residential. So this is kind of like a bonus property that it's zoned commercial, but it's got a residential building. So you could have somebody that lives in it and owns and operates their business right out of the same house. And it's on a major street here in Tucson with great street front signage. So a lot of times people ask, like, well, how do you know what's a good deal and what's not? And that's just, we have some guardrails that we put in place when we look at properties. And ideally what we look at is if we're going to flip a property, so buy it, rehab it, and resell it, we plan that our expenses are going to be about 10% to sell the property, including the cost to acquire it. And that includes real estate commissions and everything. We pay the agents on our team a commission because they work hard to get them sold. And then from there, we back out all the rehab costs. And we try to keep about a 20 to 25% margin. Now, obviously, it's hard to find properties at that kind of margin. Generally, they're pretty darn beat up, and there's a lot of work involved to get them. This one is interesting because there's 3 potential exit strategies when we look at it. And one is obviously to flip it. And now we could flip it as a residential property or we could flip it as a commercial property. And they can kind of go both ways and they have 2 very different values. But anytime that we talk about flipping a house, we also look at it as a hold strategy, as an exit strategy. And we say, if push comes to shove and we can't sell the house, can we go get a regular investment refinance loan, which is going to be about 75%, maybe 80% loan to value if you're willing to pay a little bit higher interest rate. And at that loan to value and today's interest rates, which for investor loans are about 5.5%, would that rental cash flow on a month over month basis with at least a 20% overhead? So what that means is if the mortgage is $1,000 a month, we would want to see that property rent for at least $1,200. And we know that 20% overhead is going to cover our expenses, and we'll be able to stay in the market longer on that property until the appreciation catches up. And it's really tough to get hurt on deals like that, even if your expenses run over or if the market shifts and you can't get your price for the property. So we love sharing these investment stories with you. Shoot us an email. Let us know what you're doing to invest in real estate. And if you're not doing anything, well, you should be. And the best way to do it is to call us now. It's Jerimiah Taylor at Keller Williams here in Tucson, Arizona.